everyone. Grab your comfy pillows and let's get started on story time. Today's story is called Just Ask. We've read another story by this author. This author's name is Sonia Sotomayor. She wrote a book all about herself. She's kind of an important woman. She is a Supreme Court justice. She helps make sure that the rules in America are fair and equal, and that justice is being served. And she wrote this book. This book is called Just Ask. Be different, be brave, and be you. Let's get started. I'm going to take the cover off, like I usually do. Just ask. Hi, I'm Sonia. My friends and I are planting a garden. Gardens are magical places. Thousands of plants bloom together. But every flower, every berry, and every leaf is different. Each has a different smell, a different color, different shape, and a different purpose. Some flowers need lots of sunshine and sunlight. Others thrive, they do well in shade. Some have to be trimmed or get cut, like a haircut, very regularly, while others are better left alone. Some trees and flowers are more fragile, and others are more hardy. Kids are all different too. Some of us are in a hurry, and others take more time. Some of us seem shy and quiet, while others are chatty and loud. Some of our differences are easy to spot and see. Others take longer to notice. Each of us grows in our own way. So if you are curious about other kids, just ask. So if we are curious, what did Sonia say we could do? Should we keep it to ourselves? No. It's okay to ask questions, especially if you want to learn about someone else or about something. It's cool and okay to ask questions. So Sonia says it really easy. She says, just ask. Not everyone is comfortable with answering questions about themselves, and that's okay. But Sonia, she doesn't mind. What am I doing? Several times a day, I prick my finger to measure the sugar in my blood, and I give myself shots of medicine called insulin. So she's giving herself a shot of insulin. I do this because I, Sonia, have diabetes, and my body doesn't make insulin naturally like other people's. Even though this can sometimes hurt, I gather all my courage to do it to be healthy. Do you ever need to take medicine to be healthy? Have you ever taken medicine like Sonia has? Maybe a shot or a little cup of medicine or a vitamin? Yeah. Sometimes shots, even Sonia said it, sometimes shots hurt. We get little band-aids on them. We take medicine to help us stay healthy, or to get better if we're feeling sick. Should we meet our next friend? Okay, come on. Can you help me turn the page? Hold right here. Ready? Thank you. I do. This friend takes medicine too. My name is Raphael, and I have asthma, which means I sometimes have trouble breathing. When that happens, I take a break and I use an inhaler with medicine to make breathing easier. Quiet time also helps me slow down and catch my breath. My inhaler is like a tool to help my body. Do you have any tools that you use to help your body? Yeah. And if we don't have any tools, that's okay. Each of us, like Sonia said in the beginning, we're all different. And that's what's special about each and every one of us. Hi, I'm Anthony, and I use a wheelchair to get around. Even though I can't run with my legs, I can still go super fast. How do you get from place to place? Anthony uses their wheelchair. How do you get from place to place? Some might use a vehicle, like a car or a train or a bike or a wheelchair. Other friends might use their legs, or some friends might even use crutches and their legs. There's a lot of unique ways to get around. My name is Madison, and my guide dog, Lucky, helps me get places safely because I am blind. My friend Arturo is blind too. He uses a cane to get around, even though we can't see, so they can't use their eyes to see. We strengthen our other senses and notice lots of details others may miss. We can hear with our ears, smell with our noses, and feel with our hands. So we've got 5 senses. There's sight, to see, smell, to sniff, hearing, listening. There's 2 more. I do it with my hands. I might do it with my arms or my feet. Feeling. And the last one, taste, to taste something. Sight, smell, hearing, feeling, and tasting. How do you use one of your 5 senses? I like to use my sight, my eyes, and my hands to check on all the plants I have in my apartment. I look at them and I feel them and their soil to make sure that they're all healthy. I'm Vijay. I learn about the world differently because I can see, but I can't hear. I'm deaf. Most of the time, I communicate with people using my face and my hands through sign language. It's cool to know another language. I also love reading and writing. What about you? So Vijay can see, but they can't hear. So they use their face and their hands to use sign language to communicate. They also like to read and write. I'm Bianca. I have dyslexia. So I have to work really hard and take my time when I am reading and writing words. Sometimes I use computer programs to help me. I love learning by doing things. My imagination is full of ideas, and I'm very good at making art from pictures I see in my mind. Are you really good at something? What is it? Oh, nice. I am great at dinosaurs. I know all about them. I'm Jordan, and I have autism. Organizing and counting all my toy dinosaurs again and again makes me feel calm. My classmate Tiana also has autism, but it's different for her. She doesn't talk, but I like to talk. I especially like to talk about dinosaurs. So these two friends have the same thing. They're both on the autism spectrum, and they both like things differently. It seems like Tiana likes flowers and butterflies, maybe other plants, and Jordan likes dinosaurs. Tiana doesn't feel very comfortable talking. Jordan likes to talk a lot. What do you like to talk about? Ooh, nice. I'm going to show you Jordan and Tiana now. Maybe you can see something cool in the plants. Did you see? The plants are shaped like dinosaurs. So cool. For me, listening comes more easily than talking. And I'm a really good listener. My name is An, and I speak with a stutter. So I sometimes repeat a word or get stuck when I try to say it. It may take me a little bit longer to express myself, and sometimes I'm just too shy to talk. But I understand everything that is going on. Do you ever wonder if other people understand you? Me too. I do. My name is Julia. Sometimes I wiggle or make sounds that I can't control because I have Tourette's syndrome. People may look at me funny because they think I am not paying attention or just acting out. But that's not true. I am listening. I don't always like having to explain. It frustrates me. But it helps when I tell people that it's just what my body does. Do you ever feel frustrated? Yeah. And is it okay if we ever get frustrated about something? Absolutely. Feeling frustrated is a totally normal feeling to have. It's important to talk about those feelings, like Julia did when they said, "It frustrates me," but it also helps when I explain things. Julia's using their words to explain what they're feeling and what makes them feel that way. My name is Manuel. and I have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It's also called ADHD. I can get frustrated when I really feel the need to move around, even though I'm supposed to sit super still. When my teachers and friends are patient with me, if I forget something or get distracted, I can get myself back on track. What is helpful for you? Yeah. It's okay if we need help doing things, or if when someone is patient with us, or takes their time explaining things, or maybe explains it more than once. That helps. That's helpful to people sometimes. It's nice when other people do things for you sometimes, isn't it? Yeah. I like the way Manuel is planting the seeds. I see Jordan planting them carefully. I see Sonia dancing excitedly or jumping. And Jordan's planting his own way. I mean, Manuel is planting the seeds. It looks like tomato or apple seeds. Everyone does their own plants their own way. Hi, I'm Nolan. It's helpful to me when the food I eat has a clear label that says it is nut-free because I'm allergic to nuts. They can make me so sick that I would have to go to the hospital if I ate any, even by accident. So I always tell people about my allergy and ask if any food has nut ingredients. Speaking up keeps me healthy. I see this squirrel is offering Nolan a nut, and Nolan's putting their hand up and saying, "No, thank you." That's Nolan speaking up to keep themselves healthy. And the book says, how do you use your voice? That's a great way to use your voice. I love to sing and I love to talk. This is how this friend uses their voice. I love to make new friends and to be included. I'm Grace. I was born with Down syndrome. Kids like me with Down syndrome have an extra building block called a chromosome. It's in our bodies. But we are all different from each other too. I can do almost anything any other kid can do, though learning new things can take some time. One way I learn is to ask questions. That's another way to use her voice. So Grace likes to sing and talk and learn by asking questions. That reminds me. Sonia told us to do something if we were ever curious in the beginning. Just ask. Just ask. What helps you learn? Is it asking questions? Maybe it's singing or someone being patient with you. What helps you learn? It's important for us to know at least one thing that is really nice to have or do when we're learning something, so that we know what works for us and what doesn't when we're learning. It's me, Sonia again. I ask questions too. When something seems different or new, I just ask my parents or my teachers, and they help me to understand, especially if my friends don't feel ready to explain. This is what I've learned. Imagine if all the plants in the garden were exactly the same. Like, what if we could only grow peas? Only peas, no flowers, no trees, no plants, just peas. That would mean no strawberries, no cucumbers, no carrots. It might also mean no trees, no roses, no sunflowers. That's not a lot of things to have. That's not a lot of plants. Just peas? So, just like in our garden, all the ways we are different make our neighborhood, our whole world really, more interesting and fun. Just like all of these plants, each of us has unique powers to share with the world and make it more interesting and richer. Sonia has one more question to ask you. What will you do with your power? The end. So if we're ever curious about something, we can just ask. Sometimes people might not be ready or comfortable answering questions, and that's okay. We can go ask our teachers or our parents or our guardians, an adult that's around to help us understand more if our friends or other kids our age aren't ready to answer those questions, or they might not know. To end today's story time, let's do 3 Gerald breaths. Okay. Gerald breaths are kind of fun because they're deep breath in, and then we're gonna sigh it out. We'll get louder the more we do it. So the first one will be so quiet. Ready? Deep breath in and sigh it out. A little bit louder. Deep breath in and sigh it out. A little bit louder for our last one. Deep breath in and sigh it out. Bye, everyone. See you next time. Thanks for reading with me today. And remember, if you're ever curious about something, just